Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm really excited to share this quick and simple veggie chow mein with you guys. Now, if you guys love veggies, if you are vegan, if you are vegetarian, this one is for you. I didn't want to leave any of my vegetarian or vegan followers out for the holidays, so I wanted to give you guys a quick little side dish that you could put together for your Christmas or holiday meals. So let's get into it. The first step when making any type of chow mein is to boil your noodles. So in a pot, you're going to heat up some water, let it come up to a rolling boil as you see here. Then you're going to go in with some oil, and what that is going to do is help the noodles not stick together. And I'm also going to go in with a little bit of salt. You always want to season your water so this way the noodles can start to soak up a lot of flavor and it'll make for a better tasting dish in the end. And this right here is the chow mein I'm using. I'm using the Veggie chow mein. So this chow mein is fully vegetarian. There's no eggs in it. And they also have a new little feature on it, or a new piece on the bag. It says that it cooks within the 5 to 7 minutes. Now, they took the feedback from their customers because customers were saying that they kept overcooking the noodles. So they did some testing, and 5 to 7 minutes is absolutely perfect for these noodles. So I'm going to get them into my pot here, and I like to cook them for about 6 to 7 minutes just because I like my noodles to be fully cooked. However, if you like them al dente, more of the 5 to 6 minute mark would be for you. And once they're done cooking, you're going to drain them and set them to the side. So while my chow mein noodles are boiling up, and before I go ahead and drain them, I just want to start sauteing the veggies. So in my wok here, I'm going to go ahead and add in a good amount of vegetable oil. If you want to use olive oil or canola oil, be my guest. Use whichever type of oil that you like. And into that, I'm going to go straight in with some mushrooms. Now, I always like to saute my mushrooms first whenever making any type of dish that I'm adding them in, just because I like the mushrooms to get a nice brown color and for them not to be watery and mushy. So I'm just going to keep on sauteing that until I get some nice color all over them. So while my mushrooms were sauteing, I did drain my noodles because they were done cooking in the 7 minutes, and I just spread them out onto a tray so this way they would not stick up together. And at this point, once the mushrooms are brown, I'm going in with some julienned or thinly sliced carrots, and I'm also going to go in with some sliced onions. Now, you do not want to cut your veggies too big, and you don't want to cut them too small. The reason being is because if they're too big, it's just going to be very, very crunchy and it won't really match the texture of the noodles. But if you cut them just the right size and they're not too small, they will not overcook on you and they'll still have a nice little bite to them. Once the onions and the carrots have fried up for just about a minute and they get a little bit softened but are still nice and crunchy, you're going to go in with some frozen peppers and onions. Now, I find this to be one of the easiest things from the grocery stores, the bell pepper and the onions that are sliced and in the freezer section. That is such a great tool. If you didn't want to use the frozen stuff and you have the time, you could of course cut up your own bell peppers and your own extra onions and add it in during this time. Now, once the frozen peppers and onions have been tossed in and stirred up well, you're going to go in with some thinly sliced garlic, some pimento peppers, hot pepper, as well as some grated ginger. You can use whatever type of aromatics that you have on hand that you like, and even if you had some green seasoning, you could go in with that as well. So all I'm going to go ahead and do is toss this up, and I'm going to stir it around for about 30 seconds to a minute just to allow those aromatics to cook up a little bit with all of the veggies. And after about another 30 seconds, everything should have fried up or sauteed really well, and the veggies still have a nice crunch to them, but they're cooked down at the same time. Now at this point, we are going to go in with our boiled chow mein noodles. Now all I'm going to go ahead and do once I add this in is begin to toss it up a little bit so this way it doesn't stick, and then I'm going to go on with some sauces and some flavorings. Now you can keep this as simple as you want, and you can go as elaborate as you want, just depending on the different sauces and the seasonings that you have on hand. So you're going to see me go in with some soy sauce. And I just wanted to let you guys know that I love using the low sodium soy sauce because I like to control the amount of salt that I'm putting into my dish. But honestly, you can use whatever type of soy sauce you like. And at this point, I'm also going to go in with some Chinese 5-spice. This is going to give it a really nice warming flavor, and it's going to make for a really nice chow mein in the end. And I'm also going to drizzle on a little bit of sesame oil. Remember, when using this, a little bit goes a long way. If you use too much, it will overpower the entire dish. And the last sauce that I'm going in with today is some hoisin sauce. I find that the hoisin sauce makes the noodles nice and saucy, gives it a nice flavor, and it also works really well with that Chinese 5-spice. So once you add in all of these ingredients, you're just going to stir them up really well. Keep on tossing those noodles until everything is coated. And throughout this entire process, you want to keep this on a high heat so this way everything can sear. If it is on too much of a low heat, what can happen is those noodles can begin to stick together and the dish really won't come out that well. Now I went ahead and I gave my chow mein a quick taste just to make sure it was seasoned well, and I found that it needed just a little bit of black pepper and a little bit of salt. Again, if you taste it and you find that it needs something else and it wants another sauce or just another ingredient, feel free to add it at this time. And in a few seconds, you're going to see me add in some scallions. Once you do, you toss it up and you can serve it right away. Not only can you serve this alone and have this as a really hearty meal, but you can also serve it alongside different meats. You could serve it alongside roasted veggies or any other type of dish, to be honest. But if you enjoyed this little quick, simple video, please don't forget to give it a nice big thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you are not subscribed yet. Come on over and join the Matthew's Guyanese cooking family. And of course, leave your comments down below and let me know what I should be cooking next. I'll see you guys again very soon. And I hope you guys have a great holiday season and a great day. Bye, everyone.